7:55. I'm on my way to work. I had a good workout this morning. I took Chase's class. For anyone else that watches Gretchen Garrity's YouTube videos, I found Chase because her fiance Max, it's his sister. She teaches bar classes. She is my inspo. She's never gonna see this, but she is my inspo for wanting to teach group fitness classes online. I love her teaching style, and she always gives such a good workout. So that's what I did this morning. It felt nice to get back into that. It's fun to take other people's group fitness classes because it gives me ideas, and I feel inspired by how other people teach, even if it's not exactly my style. So yeah, it is a gray, cloudy day here in SF. I'm excited to be going into work. Also, I did my makeup this morning, which I don't often do makeup before work. I literally just do it whenever I want, when I'm in the mood to oh yeah, I'll put on some mascara. I'm trying out it's new to me, Isle of Paradise tanning drops for my face, but I also put on bronzer. And as I'm looking in the mirror, I'm just I don't know if you can tell a difference. I don't think so. I think I look pretty much the same, maybe a little more glowy. I'm Irish, so my skin is very pale naturally. I got the light version of the Isle of Paradise tanning drops. That product is really popular, and I've heard about it so much, so I'm excited to try it and see, does that actually work? I just added it to my morning, hyaluronic acid drops before I put on my moisturizer and my SPF. So yeah, this is a solo week at home for me. My boyfriend is in Chicago until Thursday, so just keeping the vlogs going over here. The biggest news of this week is that Taylor Swift's new album, Tortured Poets Department, comes out on Friday. I am so excited for that. I'm just even if I sit in my living room alone listening to that, I am really looking forward to Thursday night. Also, Sam will be home by then, so Thursday cannot come soon enough. It's 4 p.m. I'm still at work. I'm actually just walking my lunch bag to my car. Sometimes I'll take myself on random little walks just to stretch my legs on days like this where I do a lot of sitting. Happy to report that the sun has come out. It's no longer cloudy, just a little windy, and it's gonna be a little bit warmer in SF this week, so I'm looking forward to that. I was just texting with my friends about how we're all gonna play pickleball on Friday and go out for beer afterwards. We've been doing we typically do it on Tuesdays or Wednesdays because that's when the weather has been the nicest, but I'm excited because that gives me something to look forward to at the end of the week. Earlier today on my lunch break, I just walked to Sprouts and got some groceries, so I'll do a little haul when I get home. Been such a good day. This is kind of random, but maybe worth sharing. Every day or every other day, I always Snapchat a couple of my best friends, Kaylee and Sasha and Brielle. Something I was telling Kaylee this morning is last night I was feeling a little lonely. Literally so dumb because it was my first night, or it's not dumb, but it was my first night alone in the apartment in a while because Sam is gone for the week, and I had been in New York for 4 days with Brielle, always doing stuff. I noticed this pattern where the day I get home from a trip, I always feel I'm sad in the evenings. Maybe just because I'm going back to my typical routine life. I was journaling about it, kind of trying to figure out why I was feeling sad, and I ended up making a list of things that I can do to make myself feel better when I'm lonely or sad. Number one, something that always makes me feel better, whether I'm lonely or sad or grief-stricken or angry or anything, is always exercising. Maybe broader term than that is just moving, whether that's a walk or stretching. I was really stiff yesterday after coming home from New York, so that is always at the top of my list, exercising or moving. Closely followed by talking to people I love. Yesterday, it felt like everybody I knew was busy. Next on the list after that is creating something, which sometimes I have to be in a very specific mood. I have to be feeling happy to begin with to want to journal or vlog or edit a vlog or paint, anything like that. But I find that creating something and just doing something that kind of takes me back to a younger age, that always makes me feel better. Anyway, those were some of the things on my list. I'm curious as to what other people do to combat harder feelings when you're sad or feeling lonely. Sometimes I feel feeling lonely is just one of those things that you can't always do much about it, but it kind of caused me to introspect for a second and think about what can I do to make myself feel better. And playing music and baking, those two always in combination always make me feel just a little happier. just got back home. I'm gonna do a quick grocery haul of what I got at Sprouts. Does anyone else that works in office immediately change into pajamas? Like, I take off my scrubs as quickly as I can whenever I get home. First thing I got that I already had one of were these cinnamon raisin Dave's Killer Bread bagels. So good. They have like 6 grams of protein in them. This big thing of cuties. I got 3 apples because they were all kind of in bad shape. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have like 3 oranges a day and every other day I'll have an apple. And I also got 2 tubs of blackberries. These I wanna put in yogurt with some homemade granola that I'm gonna try to make tonight. And then I got a bundle of bananas. I got some asparagus to have for dinner tonight. Got some Kodiak pancake mix because I love these. I started to make waffles in the morning before work and they're so good. They're really filling because of the protein. Trying a new cold brew. I got Busy Cold Brew. It's a medium roast, unsweetened. My favorite type of coffee is cold coffee. Brielle and I were talking about this in New York. If I can have an iced cold brew with a little bit of creamer over like a hot cup of coffee with some creamer, I will always take the cold. So whenever Sam and I run out of cold brew, I like try to use the grounds and make hot coffee as long as I can, but I really just love cold brew. Last thing I got was the Califia Farms Oat Barista Milk. This is what I use to make my iced matcha lattes. Sun is setting and the windows are fogged. Dinner tonight is protein pancakes, the mix I got from Sprouts. I might have overfilled this one, but for my protein pancakes, I just do frozen blueberries and I'll throw in some chocolate chips to make it a little sweeter. Just getting ready for bed. I just took off all my makeup, washed my face. I poured myself a giant head-sized glass of water, but I thought I would show, I know I mentioned on the ride to work today, these are the Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops that I got. Got them in the shade Light. They were kind of expensive, I think like 30 bucks for this little thing. But I think the idea is that you literally only need 1 or 2 drops in your serum or your moisturizer every morning. Updates to come if I like this and if it makes a difference. I feel like I am a generally pale looking person. Other thing that I got that Brielle and I were enjoying trialing in New York is the Summer Fridays. I guess it's like a lip mask, lip butter balm, looks like this. I kind of felt funny wearing it because it makes your lips look like brown instead of pink, which I'm not used to, but it smells fantastic. And the only other lip product I have, I'm obviously not like a lip liner girly, is the Laneige Berry Glowy Balm, which I put this on before bed. I put it on when I go to work. I use it like all the time. So really liking both of these. Not that anyone cares, nobody asked. And with that, I'm signing off. I'm saying this in the vlog to manifest that tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna work out. Normally I do track Tuesdays with my friends Julia and Lucy, but we decided to cancel this week. Hoping that I can wake up today and do like a 45-minute strength workout. I haven't really been feeling inspired lately with my workout routine or just like building workouts or doing my own, so it was nice this morning to take Chase's class, and I'm hoping I can run one of my own workouts tomorrow. My manifestation did not work. I think maybe I can't blame it on Track Tuesday, but I set my alarm for 5:45 like normal, and instead of snoozing it, I just turned off the whole alarm, which was a mistake because I slept till 6:45. So now it's 7. I don't think I have a whole lot of time to work out. I might just do a quick stretch here. I poured my cold brew. Review of the Busy brand, I think is how you say it. I've never heard of that before. It's pretty bitter, but I feel like I like to do 2 tablespoons of creamer in my coffee, so kind of a good balance if I'm gonna be adding that much sweetener. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Oh, love. Okay, just got home from work. I made the most fantastic post-work snack. Do you ever buy food and then forget about it and then remember that you have it and you're like, oh my God, how did I forget that I had you? I toasted a cinnamon raisin bagel with some butter, and then I just made a protein smoothie. Typically in my smoothies, I do like almond milk, a frozen banana, sometimes some blueberries, and I'll add a little peanut butter, a scoop of protein, some flaxseed. It's just like a hodgepodge of things. Came out a very beautiful color today. The sun is setting and I'm still in my pajamas, but I think I am gonna rally and do a quick workout. I usually never work out in the evenings because I never have the energy after work, but I'm feeling kind of sluggish, like just having sat on the couch. I edited the New York City vlog for many hours, so I'm excited to finally upload that. I'm wearing that Skims hoodie I got when I was in New York. So cozy. I should have linked it in the last video. I'll link it in this one as well. Just in case anyone needs a good basic sweatshirt. This one's pretty thin, but I am really loving it, and I feel like it was really worth the money, so we're loving that. Also, I just have to show, I feel like the apartment looks very dreamy, I don't know, at this time of night when the sun is setting. I love all of our plants on the windowsill. I bought this hummingbird feeder and I need to still make food and hang it. But the newest addition is this little succulent that I won at Sasha's baby shower. If you won one of the games she put on, you won a succulent. And so I keep it in the windowsill now. So cute. Absolutely pop lock and dropping it in the bathroom. It's a bummer that I can't vlog when I'm playing music on my phone, because that is how I am at home alone 90% of the time, I would say. If I'm home from work, I'm playing music. If I'm in the shower, I'm playing music. I just feel like life is better listening to music. But anyway, had a good workout. No one asked, Wendy. Nobody cares. No one asked for this, and here we are. See, me being home alone just makes me like crazy. It feels so strange to work out at night. I like that it gives me energy and it wakes me up, because typically I'm not very energetic past like 9:30. I really am so much more of a morning person. Like, I'm going to bed right now excited at the idea that I will wake up, maybe go for a run and work out, make my cold brew with creamer, and then second drink, because Wednesdays tend to be like my rest day or whatever from working out, and I'll treat myself to an extra fun drink. So I'm gonna do coffee first thing, iced matcha latte second. I'm pretty excited. All jokes aside, today was a very good day. I had like 5 patients at work. They all went well. A lot of patients I saw today were like very clinically interesting, which is cool from a clinician standpoint, but also kind of like hard to see people in like tougher conditions. But it is always the people that have like the hardest health conditions, or just like kind of like in bad shape, that have the best mental attitude. Like 9 times out of 10, I feel like those are the most chipper, upbeat people. And it really like reminds me of how fulfilling it is to work in healthcare sometimes, just because I meet like really interesting older adults, and I feel like they like always kind of leave me feeling inspired, and like I just have like genuine connection with some of them, even if we only talk for like 10 or 30 minutes. I don't know. I just feel like lucky on days like this to work with people that I feel like they pass on lessons to like younger individuals just from their like outlook on life. I don't know. All that to say, it was a really good day at work. And the past couple days, it's gonna sound ridiculous, so hear me out, but I've been feeling a little lonely. And I know my feelings are valid, but it is a bit absurd because I live with my boyfriend Sam. Just got back from a weekend in New York. So it feels really out of pocket for me to be feeling lonely, because I know that 90% of the time I like have someone to hang out with, and I feel like I come home from work after working with people all day to hang out with my boyfriend or our friends. So I have just been trying to keep myself busy creatively lately. I think I talked about making that list of things that like helps keep my mind occupied. Editing the New York vlog took a really long time. I forget how I really love vlogging. I like the vlogging process and the editing process. And I'm not complaining by any means, but the editing process can sometimes take like days for me to make one video that's like 20 minutes long. I don't know why it takes me so long, but anyway, that kind of occupied most of my free time today. So we'll probably end off the vlog tomorrow, but hope you've enjoyed hanging out I'm really excited to wake up and have my coffee tomorrow. It's the next day. It's like 6 a.m. I'm sitting on the couch journaling. Got my coffee, got my water, the sun is rising. I was just thinking about how it's 2 days before the Tortured Poets Department comes out, Taylor Swift's new album. I am about to be really obnoxious. I'm about to make this my entire personality and everyone's problem. I will be the person that won't shut up about it. I slept really well, which no one cares about, but it's exciting given yesterday I slept in and was just kind of like off my usual schedule. Today I set my alarm for 6 and I woke up naturally at 5:15. So that's always a nice feeling. Even if my entire morning is just spent here on the couch, like something about that feels really good to me. I can just like go slow and like enjoy my me time. I always do the New York Times Wordle connections, mini crossword, and spelling bee. It makes me so happy. Like I really look forward to doing those every morning. So yeah, that's what's going on here. 1 p.m. and I just took my lunch break. I don't think I've ever shown, but there's this nice like sitting area outside the clinic I work at where it's perfect to just come outside, have a snack, and like breathe fresh air and sit in the sun. I walked to my car earlier to get something, and I realized you could see the SF skyline perfectly from the parking garage. So it was nice. And today I think the high is like 73, so very excited about that. It is later, it's like 4:15. I still have 45 minutes left of work, but I just took a little walk to my car to put my lunch bag. And I'm pleasantly surprised with how wavy my hair came out. As I showered last night and put it in braids this morning, it like kept all the volume and texture from my braids. So love that. Such nice weather out. I think after work, I'm gonna go home, change into a cute outfit, and then I need to walk down to Viz, which is like one of the main roads through SF, and go to my favorite stationery store, Rare Device, and picking up a birthday card for Sam's sister, Kendall. Wow, it is, I was just gonna make a joke that it's golden hour in the apartment right now, but I'm actually being blinded. Just prepping dinner. I made a little cherry bedtime mocktail, but it's literally 7:20 p.m. so I hope this doesn't put me to sleep. I haven't noticed that it has that effect. I just do like half a cup of cherry juice, half a cup of sparkling water, and then a bunch of ice cubes and a teaspoon of the magnesium supplement. I really like it, and I feel like I've been sleeping better this week, and I've had a couple this week, so maybe it's related. Just watching the sunset. It's so pretty over the city skyline. I told myself that I was gonna go to Rare Device, my favorite stationery store, and get Sam's stepsister a card for her birthday, and they closed. I didn't realize that they are not open till 8, so I'll have to try again tomorrow, but I think I might try to go to Trader Joe's tonight and get groceries just because we're completely out. Sam comes home tomorrow, and I'd really like to not have to think about grocery shopping this weekend. You can see on the TV I'm listening to the What We Said podcast. But yeah, I'll do a haul if I end up getting anything, but we shall see. I'm in the same Skims sweatshirt that I'm gonna be in for the next 3 years. So I just got off the phone with my friend Julia. God love that girl. She called me and I missed it, so I had to call her back, but it was just so nice to catch up with her. We were kind of talking about Like, funny enough, I feel like her and I have been on the same wavelength this week. Just some things I feel like I've mentioned in this vlog about like feeling lonely, and I've also been feeling like I've been having a really short attention span lately. And sometimes I'll try and get like a quick fix for it by like deleting Instagram or deleting TikTok off my phone. And I still just feel like restless at work. And I think being home alone has really like highlighted that for me. The fact that I sometimes just like can't not be stimulated, or I feel like I constantly need to be listening to music or listening to a podcast. Honestly, doing things like vlogging and journaling and writing workouts, anything that's creative, that really does help me to care less about being stimulated, because I feel like I'm entertaining myself and my brain obviously is keeping myself entertained. I feel busier, but it also just feels like fun and relaxing. Like, I haven't realized until now how really important all that stuff is to me. Also, I'm chopping bananas. I'm freezing all of these for my morning smoothies. Okay, we were just talking about how tomorrow, Friday, we're gonna meet up with all our friends and play pickleball, which I'm really excited about. I think we might go get beer or ice cream, or maybe beer and ice cream afterwards. So I've really been looking forward to that. That's kind of the only social plan I've had this week. I guess I apologize if this vlog has been boring, but I already know that the title is going to be A Week Alone. How did she do it? Stupid. Anyway, just wanted to be honest, because I feel like typically I like to vlog when I'm doing fun things like going to New York or doing a fun trip or doing some experience or event. But most of the time I feel like I spend here in this apartment working out, prepping food, going to work, commuting home, admiring the sunset. Isn't she pretty? Okay, back home. I'm reminding myself to never do that again because Trader Joe's closes at 9 and I literally left the house at 8:30, and I, for one, feel awful being there in the last 20 minutes, but two, it just feels like everything's rushed. So, quick haul. Salad, or rather lettuce, 2 bags of spring mix. I like to cut up the lettuce and mix that in with these. And I got 1 thing of raw broccoli, 1 thing of frozen broccoli. I got some green onions and some tofu for this dish I made a couple weeks ago that I have been loving. In that dish is also gonna go yellow and red bell pepper. I got some cottage cheese for breakfast, 1 thing of yogurt. I got the birthday card. Kendall loves nature, so I think they'll appreciate this. I got 1 bottle of white wine, Sauvignon Blanc, for when my friend Julia comes over tomorrow to listen to Tortured Poets Department. I got olive oil because we were running out. I got my favorite creamer from Trader Joe's. This is the oat milk brown sugar creamer. I love this in hot coffee, cold brew, you name it. That's my favorite creamer. I think tonight I'm gonna thaw some beef that Sam bought, and we're gonna do tacos. Oh my God. Big tacos tomorrow night for dinner. Also got white rice to put in the freezer. Some little tomatoes. I like to put these in salads, but I feel like these little teeny ones are also good in tacos, just with like a little lettuce, a little cheese, a little meat. Perfect. And then I got 6 gala apples because I love. I got some eggs because we're almost out. And yeah, I guess that's everything I got from Trader Joe's. It's the next day. It's 5 p.m. I'm gonna end off the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed. This was a weekly vlog of doing nothing, but it was good to spend some time with myself. And tonight is the release of the Tortured Poets Department. I think I'm gonna make tacos for dinner. Julia's gonna come over. I'm so excited. See you in my next vlog.